Tonight, in-state rivals square off at Amalie Arena. Braden Point continues to face Tampa Bay, while Florida has turned their season around behind the play of Mike Hoffman, who is riding a 16-game-point streak. Special night with honoring the new Hall of Famer Marty St. Louis. Lightning opening a 5-game homestand. They certainly want to get off to a winning start. They'll fire it in, and it hit Nick Bjugstad. The puck coming right back to Alexander Petrovich. He had it taken away. Matthew Joseph and Alon scores! A steal and a score. 59 seconds in.
And Joseph made him pay because there's no way he's going to be able to turn and go with Joseph, who's very quick, very fast. Nice little slick move there. It looked like he'd been in the NHL for 10 years on that move as he got Luongo to open up and went 5-hole.
Ahead for Paquette. He'll get it in. And Petrovich. His feed broken up by Callahan. Now pass across for Troy Brouwer. He scores! Troy Brouwer off the pass. Michael Haley found him, and the Panthers come back to tie at 2:19. Opposing teams on a regular basis here in recent weeks. Here's Mike Hoffman. He finds a wide open Matheson, who fires. Saved by Domingue. Squeezes down that left arm. Markov against Point. Great matchup there. Hedman comes over to grab the puck. And it's stolen. Quick shot. Save Domingue on Barkov on the steal from Hoffman. And in the blink of an eye, they had a scoring chance. Or get it out, I should say. Stamkos holds it in. And it's Kucherov with the puck. Got Point in the slot. Hedman. Stamkos ready to fire, so it's Kucherov. He scores! Luongo, no chance on the one-timer. Kucherov gives the Lightning the lead again.
What a rocket. That is a perfect shot. Luongo got back, sort of. He got his glove back there, sort of. He might have got a tiny piece of it, but that was a laser beam right up under the bar.
Panthers get it. Petrovich puts it in behind the net. Reaches Huberdeau. And Joseph now works it free, comes out in front. McCann shooting, blocker saved by Domingue. Off the boards to the point and held in by Miller. Lightning in great position here. Sergachev fires, saved by Luongo. Comes back to Sergachev. He'll shoot out in front, deflected, and it's covered by Luongo as out in front of the net. Stamkos with that young Lammikko battling for position.
There's going to be some rough stuff coming. I can feel it already.
Domingue steered that shot away. Well, Bob Boughner said this morning, here's a steal. Barkov shoots. Saved by Domingue. Got his glove on that.
Bad turnover. Come out to the edge of the crease. Nice job. Barkov doesn't get to see very much.
Hunt waiting. Shooting. Fought off there by Domingue. Kept alive by Lammikko. Petrovich shooting, and Domingue steered that away to the boards. Centered in front once again. Now it's Yandel's turn, and that's stopped by Domingue. Steven Stamkos ready to move out. As he swings into that Panther zone, trying to turn the corner on Matheson. He shuts him off. Chernak shooting, and a glove save by Luongo. Not much time as they penetrated the line. Miller there for it. Back to Hedman. Stamkos wanting, firing. Saved by Luongo. Matheson saved a goal with Point out in front, and they would have beaten the horn this time.
All Luongo can do is make a save on it. Braden Point is the 4x6, but he has the puck knocked away by Matheson on a huge defensive play.
As Miller starts it back for the Lightning on the move. Trying to reach around Keith Yandel. Good play to Gord. In front, Stamkos alone. Back to Gord. He scores! The Lightning by 2.
And it gets a nice play to Gord, but watch Steven Stamkos. Do you see anything to score? No, not really. Luongo goes, are you kidding me? Nobody picked him up, coming late on the play. Stamkos is in the zone. He is really feeling it tonight. Making the right plays with the passes, the right plays with the shots.
Controls, fires, and it's off a body and wide. Point tracks down the Johnson feed. Back to McDonough. Shoots, tipped on goal by Kucherov. There he scores! Adam Erne right off the bench. 4-1 Lightning.
Here comes Adam Erne, fresh off the bench. And how many times do we see that? When a player gets into the play coming off to the bench, nobody picks him up, and Erne makes him pay.
It hasn't been there the last few games. Yandel. Hoffman. Here's Yandle firing, saved by Domingue. Rebound is jammed wide. Ernie's goal, Kucherov and McDonough assist at 4:45. There's a save by Domingue. Another stop out in front as Hoffman follows up. And the puck is covered.
But two terrific save by Louis Domingue. He'll make the angle save right here, but the rebound he loses control of. But look at his ability to get back and make that save.
On the move, it's Barkov. His try hit the back of the net. Dadonov is checked. He's got it once again. Barkov fires. Glove save! Louis Domingue! What a stop!
Barkov has had a couple of really good looks at the net right from the slot, and that one was a beauty. Louis Domingue beats him here.
The two defensemen back. Dadonov, originally a Panther draft pick. Pass across. Save Domingue there on Brouwer. Diving across, Louis Domingue continues to have the answers. And leader in block shots as well. The Panthers do roll that puck down the ice. 5.5 to go in the second period. Cirelli waiting. Joseph in the clear. Saved by Luongo. Panthers 3 shots in the early opportunity. Chance here. Barkov stopped by Domingue. And they score. He jams it in as Barkov with Domingue diving across. It looked at first like Louis might have gotten it, but Barkov is able to get one in a matter of seconds on this opportunity. Through the blue with a penalty over, and Hoffman joining the Panthers defensively as they're hemmed in. McDonough winding, looking for a stick. Stamkos in front. Scores! A no-doubter for Steven Stamkos, and the Lightning are back in front by 3.
It looked like a few seconds before this that he was going to make a line change after Kucherov had turned the puck over. He faked like he was going back to the bench, and good thing he didn't, because he ended up at the end of this play with this opportunity.
Well, he's come close and just missing on either side of the net here in the third period alone. Stamkos trying to lose Mark Pysyk. Stamkos shooting. They score! Ryan McDonough backdoor. 6-2 Tampa Bay.
Well, if he wasn't finished bowing over his last effort, Steven Stamkos can take a bow on this one, because this is all Stamkos again. And I think we're going to get a goalie change.
That was broken up by Girardi, and here comes Stamkos 2-on-1. Gord with him. Stamkos to Gord. Saved by Reimer. Gord with an aerial pass that bounced to his stick. He caught it flush, and so did Reimer. It's back in and wide by Gord. And Miller's had his chances to score in this game, and just hasn't been able to find it, but he has been a target. They score! Girardi throwing it through. Traffic in front. Gord was there, but Gord's pointing at Dan Girardi. This is your goal, pal. Watched by Paquette. Long session for this power play here. The Lightning with his crew on throughout. Huberdeau back to Yandle. One-timer Hoffman, they score. And they make it 7-3 with 3:35, and Hoffman picking up the goal and extending his point streak now to 17 consecutive games. Rises and celebrates for the final time of the night. What a night of celebrating it's been. Marty St. Louis honored with his induction into the Hall of Fame and the pregame faceoff. And quite an onslaught in his honor since, listening to Louis all night. 7 goals going in, a winning start to their 5-game homestand.